Chapter 584. Elaine was overjoyed when she saw Zora discarding the 20,000 tile, and she immediately flipped her tiles over as she yelled, "Haha! I win! I take 20,000. "Oh, no," Zora deliberately replied. "Ah! Why am I always so unlucky? Why did I discard that tile?" Elaine hurriedly replied, "Hey, Sister Zora, we have already come to an agreement. So, since you've lost, you cannot go back on your words anymore." Zora replied, "Don't worry, Sister Elaine. I am not that kind of person. Since I am the one who discarded the wrong tile, I will definitely pay you the money that you won." Lucy also chimed in as she said, "Yes, Elaine. Sister Zora is betting a few $1,000s for a mahjong game just for fun." At this time, Zora had already handed the $24,000 over to Elaine as she said, "You won $24,000, right? Why don't you count this money first?" Elaine was very excited, and she quickly took the money in her hands and counted it before she put the money aside as she continued playing mahjong with them. After that, Elaine's luck remained surprisingly good. Any tiles that she was dealt with were always good, and Elaine won almost every game with Lucy's help. After playing a few rounds of mahjong, Elaine had only lost 2 rounds. She had been winning all the other rounds they had been playing. At this point, she had already won more than $300,000. She was already used to playing mahjong, but the most money she had ever won from playing mahjong was just $10,000. She had never won so much money before, and after counting her winnings and realizing that she had won more than $300,000, Elaine could not hold her excitement any longer. At this time, as they were shuffling the tiles, Lucy coughed lightly to give her accomplices a signal. The expression on Zora's face changed, and she knew that it was already time for them to close the net. Since they had already fed the pig, it was now time to slaughter the pig. Immediately afterward, Zora yawned before she said, "Oh, it's so boring to just play $1,000. I am already falling asleep. Why don't we place a bigger bet instead so that I can feel more refreshed and energized for the game?" Lucy smiled before she said, "Well, I am fine with that." Then, Lucy turned around and looked at Elaine as she smiled and asked, "What do you think about that, Elaine?" Elaine did not know that she had already fallen into a trap. She felt that she had won $300,000 so easily, and if she played a little bigger, she would probably be able to win $3 million tonight. She was simply greedy to win more money and did not even think about the possibility of her losing the game. Therefore, she was very excited as she said, "Okay, let's play a bigger amount, then." Zora nodded before she said, "Well, let's start playing at $10,000, then. It's really boring if we keep placing small bets." After that, Zora continued speaking, "If you guys think that the amount is too big, I can ask my neighbor to come over and play with you guys instead. She also likes to place smaller bets when playing mahjong. I can ask her to take over my spot while I go upstairs and take a nap." $10,000? Elaine was stunned. Wasn't that too big? It would be scary to lose $500,000 or $600,000 just like that. At this time, Lucy winked at Elaine before she smiled and said, $10,000 is still okay, Elaine. You have been really lucky throughout the night, so if we really placed $10,000 as the bet, you might even be able to make $5 million tonight." As soon as she heard the words $5 million, Elaine's sanity disappeared in an instant. If she did not agree to the amount, Zora would just ask her neighbor to come and play with them instead. So, how would she be able to win a few $1,000,000 tonight, then? Therefore, Elaine nodded in excitement before she said, "Okay. Let's play a $10,000 bet instead." "Okay," Zora smiled slightly before she said, "Come on, let's start now. Since we are playing a big amount now, let's use internet banking to transfer the money. That would be much more convenient." The other 3 women nodded in agreement as they said, "All right, then. Let's play."